Hello Earth signs, welcome back to another reading. This is just a collective reading. This is just what I'm going to be called to do. I was called to start doing readings here on YouTube instead of TikTok. So let's get it going. I'm going to be using my tarot deck, my Disney's Hocus Pocus tarot deck. I do have an unboxing on my TikTok, so if you want to check that out, I would suggest to do so. Let's go ahead and let's just see what tarot has out here for you, and then we can get started. Keep in mind, a lot of the times these energies could be past, present, or future energies, all right? And let's get one more out here. Thank you, Spirit. Let me just get all of these together. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So what I'm getting for the overall energy is basically where there's bonds between essentially desire and, of course, manifestation, right? It's the unseen versus the seen, right? Magical versus physical. So it's like logic versus like emotion. So it's everything. It's like the yin and yang, basically, right? So what I'm seeing here, Earth sign, is where there is an intent to essentially have a type of focus where your will and manifestation of your desires come into being, right? So this is what I'm getting for the overall energy. All right, so let me take a moment to look at your cards and go from there. My voice is a little raspy. I have been sick. I've been sick, and it's it's getting better. It was really worse to the point where I lost my voice. So sorry in advance. So we have here the Strength card, right? Having that desire or that intention to stand up for what's right. It could be towards a situation. It could be even towards yourself, right? Because it could be the magic towards what your intentions are is what I'm getting. I also do see here, this is Leo energy, right? And then, of course, we have the King of Potions, which is, of course, this is the king of water, that type of element. And what this is giving me is pretty much setting an intention to develop the idea, develop the emotional idea, right? Where you listen to your gut, having the strength to listen to your gut, to stand up for a certain situation, or, to even go against yourself. Thoughts can come in and they do derive from some type of conflict that you could have, conscious versus subconscious mind. You also have here the 10 of lightning, which is the 10 of swords in this case, or 10 of water, or 10 of air. 10 here gives us a closing of a chapter, or in this case, a cycle. However long your chapter was, this is how long it took you to learn that lesson, that time that you accepted to learn the lesson that was coming about, right? And so with that, this is a completion or a type of abundance, right? Whatever it may be, however the situation is encompassed for you. Of course, you have the Ace of Pumpkins here. I also do see here pumpkins is I'm fairly new to this deck, by the way, but I am so in love with it, and I hope you love it. I also do see here where you have a new beginning, right? This is something physical. It's a type of sense where you're using your common sense for the situation that may be, because you're closing out a cycle. So now you're just like, okay, this is what's going on. Earth sign, I also do see going within. We have judgment out here. And when that happens, it's a type of rebirth, right? And it's a surrendering that you want to do to whatever it may be. You want to see what else you can like dig out. There's maybe something left behind that could be following you into your next chapter or your next cycle. Moreover, I also do see here where there's a lot of thought process that's going on. Okay. And here, closing out the tarot, we have the 5 of lightning, right? We have, thought. So there's a lot of thought process going on. You have a lot of mentality. I feel like almost you could be going into hermit mode here, but it's where the high priestess comes in. It's kind of like you've been out of that cycle is what I'm also getting. So yeah, so this is either it's a type of expansion that's happening or an instability. Earth sign, I do highly recommend that whatever thoughts you have going on, I feel called to tell you to write them down and to process that. Whenever you are having these thoughts that you're just, man, I can't forget this. I have to, what about this? What about that? It's almost that kind of like, thinking the inevitable or thinking what wasn't thought of. It's kind of like you want to write that down because you want to go back and then you want to kind of look at what has happened in your thought process, right? Because we're so powerful with our thoughts and they come, to realization. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers out here. All right. Really deep, really deep. I really did feel like you had to go in deep, or you were going in deep. Remember, these messages are timeless, right? And the energy is timeless. It could be from the future. It could be from the past. You could be going on through this right now. So, yeah. All right. So let's clarify the Strength card out here on your spread. The 3 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. So a lot of the times, different readers want to entail that 3 of Cups is like a third party, right? It's in fact another energy. Right? It doesn't always have to be a person in this case, but there's something that is initially happening for an achievement to happen. And this is an emotional achievement that you're heading towards. With the 7 of Swords here, this is also telling me where there's a type of reflection of discovery that yes, you do have the strength to overcome whatever situation may be, right? Yes, you did have it. Yes, you do have it. Or yes, you will have the strength. This is what is coming about for anything that's outside of your energy is what I'm getting. Let's clarify the King of Potions, please, Spirit. Thank you. We have the 9 of Pentacles. All right. So what is it? Using your common sense on what? Right? It's enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? It's also being grounded, it's Pentacles. And this also does give us the fortuitous thing of a type of completion. You're one step away from abundance, right? Or your fulfillment that's happening. What is the 10 of Lightning? Judgment wanted to come out. It's a clarifier. I love it. All right. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So here is the lack of teamwork, right? You could have been alone in a certain situation or felt alone, whatever it may be. And honestly, it's because of that completion that's closing out. It's most likely where you are operating from, coming from within. Like you've always had yourself, right? There's nobody else that is needed. It could have been faltering back on codependency is what I'm also getting. Let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Pumpkins. Oof. Just wants to come out. It just wants to come out. What's that clarity that's coming out? Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. So we have the Hierophant. This is a type of tradition, following suit, maybe going back to a certain process that you essentially ruled out for somebody, or you know, possibly perceived as outdated, right? You want to go back and see where that's going to entail. Remember how we were talking about earlier when you want to dig deep and see if there's anything that's left behind? It could have been that little kind of nudge. And here it's like following aspects. You know, this is giving you Taurus energy. I see you here, Taurus. I see you loud and proud. Where there's some type of conformity and a type of reflection that you are having to come within. Now let's clarify Judgment out here. Clarify Judgment for me, please, Spirit. Going within, you don't want to talk about it. All right. I'm noticing a pattern here where you're trying to come back to solid ground, where you're coming back to you, being rooted. Yep. All right, so you're nurturing an idea, right? This is passive. So when you were going into hermit mode, you were going within, you are or you will, whatever it may be. Remember, energy is fluid. And so what I'm seeing here is where you're seeing the practicality in things. It's kind of like, well, it never was like this, so why did I think like that? And why did I feel like that when this was the case, right? That's what I'm coming into feeling. I get the feeling that you're actually seeing right from wrong. They are actually seeing yin and yang. I'm surprised this whole thing gives me temperance energy, and this is why the High Priestess is there, because it's kind of like, if you remember from the old tarot deck, I don't know if she's in here, but in the whole tarot deck, the High Priestess is between two pillars. There's black, and then there's another one that is a white pillar, and so it's kind of like yin and yang, right? When it could have been one way, then there's another. Let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Lightning. See, the High Priestess wanted to come out again. Oh, that was her. Oh, darn it. Let me see. Yeah. You see the two pillars, the pomegranate, nurturing and learning that was not there before, right? So it's always yin and yang. It's always two faces to every side. We have the Eight of Cups. This is emotionally walking away, right? So the Five of Swords essentially here is giving us where there's a type of conflict, but you're walking away from that. There's that clarity. You're going through it right now. Behind the deck, there it goes. We have the High Priestess. So we have two High Priestesses in it. This is really encompassing what it is that Spirit wants you to know right now. And this is, you know what? It's going within. It's, you have all the information that you need. There may have not been teamwork. However, you're noticing like, hey, I could have gone about things a different way, you know. And sometimes it's hearing the cold truth, right? It may not be you, right? But it's just like, it's you are going through that. So let's just go ahead and get you some oracles out here to close out your reading. All right. I loved doing these readings, but I've just been so caught up. So 7, listen to your gut, your heart. That's, I want to say heart. Awaken psychic abilities, tune in to the infinite. What else do we have, Spirit? Thank you. Sorry about that. 34, Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts, open the gate to the angelic realms. All right, some of you could be psychic, you know, hands down. You could have not opened that ability. And I do see like purple here, indigo, third eye chakra. Okay, you could be focusing on that. Let's get one more out here, please, for my earth sign spirit. Can I get one more out here? Whew. All right, and then we have 3, create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. Yeah, it's kind of almost, what is that word? Like, this too shall pass. It's that enlightenment that you have. You know what? These numbers are all synchronized. You have a 7, you have a 3. Those two together come down to a 7. Here's a 3, and then you have a 43. It's 34 reversed. Enlightenment. Look from the highest perspective. See the divine in everyone. So it's just like, you know, let bygones be bygones, right? It's just like, look at situations from a different perspective is what I'm getting. All right, earth sign, I hope that helped you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Okay, bye.